What's poppin', fellow nerds? I just woke up the morning after my pre-release and I'm going to go over my deck that I built from Sealed and also just some of the stuff I got from the pre-release. So playing Sealed, unless you pull like absolutely broken stuff, which some people did pull broken stuff, the most important thing for Sealed is to just simplify the game state. Just one for one your opponent, plus one them if you can, when you can. Just focus on getting rid of their cards while advancing your game state. My deck was not good. I did not pull very good stuff, but I did go 4-0 for the tournament. I went 8 games, 0 losses. I didn't drop a single game. Some of that was luck. Some of my opponents that definitely had better decks than me did not draw the broken stuff that they pulled. That was very fortunate. But I did take down the sealed tournament. Came in first. Pretty cool.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but if you have not already entered our giveaway, check the link in the description. Giving away one of these. Check it out. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Starting off, 3 Digitama. It's the only 3 Digitama I pulled. I did not pull any level 7, so this guy doesn't do anything. I didn't pull any D-Brigades, I'm pretty sure, so this guy doesn't do anything. I did pull some Digiburst. Half the set's Digiburst, so like this did give me plus 1000 DP, but like it like never came up to where it was relevant. So essentially I have 3 vanilla Digitama. And then our rookies, we did pull 3 of the 2-drop 5k vanilla rookies. There are 2 to Digivolve, 2 to play from hand. You always want to play this from hand. These are very good for just easy board presence, and you can swing over a lot of 3s and 4s in this format if they're suspended. Very good cards. I was lucky to pull 3 of these. And fortunately, there's no color restriction for digivolving and stuff, so obviously, like, you can play whatever mismatching colors you want as far as Digimon. And then I played quite a few 3-drop 0 to Digivolve rookies. The relevant Digimon were this one. On play, you may trash the top card of your security stack to have one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 2000 DP. It never came up, but it is cool because you can basically like blow up one of their small guys for free. Or if they gave you enough memory, you can play this to drop down one of their big guys by 2k and then run it over if it's suspended. It never came up, but there were situations where I had it in my hand where it was a potential out to something, but I was holding it for stuff. This one is very good. I wish I would have pulled more of it. On play trigger, draw one and then trash one card from your hand. Very good. It obviously like draw power, speeds up your deck, helps you filter through your deck quicker. Wish I would have pulled more of this. Very good card. And then we pulled 2 of these cards. These cards are pretty good. Their inheritable is when it's trashed, activating a Digimon's Digiburst, return it to its owner hand. So you get to put these back in your hand to reuse them if you Digiburst them, which is pretty cool. I was fortunate to pull 2 of those, and those effects did come up quite a bit. There's a lot of Digiburst cards in this set, so. And then this guy, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck on play, add 1 Digimon with Digiburst among them to your hand, place your remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. I think I resolved this once. These were the best rookies besides the 2-drop vanillas. And then I did pull one of these, 4 to play from hand, 1 to Digivolve, 6k rookie. I'm fairly certain I never played this guy. Like, I probably shouldn't have played him. I cut another one of the hybrid searchers to put my rookie count to 14. And I probably should have cut him for the other one, since I could Digivolve the other one for free. But this guy literally, like, I only drew him a couple times, but I never played him, like, ever. And on to our champions. We did pull 3 of the 3 to play from hand, 1 to Digivolve 4s. Very good for turboing into your bigger guys to put threats on the field. Very pleased to see these cards in my hand at any given moment. Lets you either put a 4 on the field for 3 or Digivolve for super cheap. Really enjoyed seeing these. And sadly, we only pulled 2 level 4 blockers. Kind of tough to say which one's better. Pedomon's obviously cool because you Digivolve for super cheap, but he is 1k bigger. And hitting that 6k threshold is actually important in this format because a lot of people are going to be playing their 5k 2-drop rookies. So like being able to block those guys and not actually die is very relevant. This is the rest of my champions. I'm playing a total of 11. So the only one that's effect I actually resolved or like it mattered was this guy. All turns, all your black Digimon get 1000 DP. Because of the color rules for sealed, this actually only affects black Digimon. So like it doesn't affect all your Digimon, just so you guys know. But he's black, so he's automatically 4K when he's on the field. And there are other Digimon that I have that you'll see in a moment that are black, that he just makes them that much bigger. And he's also 4 to play from hand. You guys know I like those champions, and this guy was as well. This guy would have been cool. I like never saw this guy, but he's Digiburst 2 to draw a card. That is really good, but I literally never saw him. And there was a situation where I could have done this, but I misplayed and just forgot to do it to blow up one of my opponent's level 3s. His is Digiburst 2 to delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Pretty good effect for this format because it's kind of a Ricky Rush kind of situation in most game states. But the only time that I had him on the field to where his effect was relevant, I just completely forgot to do it. So, and on to our ultimates. We were playing 9, and start off we are playing the cheap drops. So these are all 5 to play from hand, but this guy's 2 to Digivolve, which is very good. Playing these is cool because if your opponent gives you a little too much memory, you can play this and then threaten a Mega on the following turn if they don't deal with it. And these guys are also 8K, which is... there are a few DP thresholds in this format. I would say one is 4K, one's 5K, and then 7 or 8K. These can get removed by certain effects, but it's only like a few cards and they're like megas. But this guy's cool because he's cheap to Digivolve and cheap to play from hand. I played these because I like 5-drop ultimates because I think it's cool to just be able to boop. Play this. All right, now on my next turn I'm gonna mega and do something. And then these are our 6-drop 3 to Digivolve. This one is heritable. Is when attacking, trash the top Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon. I think that happened once. Doesn't really matter too much. This guy's on deletion, draw 2, trash 1 card from your hand. Literally never happened. I don't think I ever put this on anything when I drew it. And then our 7 to drop, 3 to Digivolve. This guy has reboot. I'm pretty sure I never played him. This guy I did play a couple of times, and his effect actually did come up. Effect is opponent's turn, while you have 3 or fewer security cards, all of your security Digimon get plus 4,000 DP. So it's basically like having double TK on the board, which is kind of cool. Whenever you're kind of behind, you can do that, and they don't really want to swing with anything that's not huge. And this guy, I drew him a few times. He's very good. His inheritable is security attack plus 1. Very good for this kind of format if you can get him under a pretty big mega. I was very pleased whenever I drew this card because it meant that if I got him under a big dude, he was getting in there. And then our last one, War Growlmon, 8 to play from hand, 3 to Digivolve. His effects are okay. I don't think either one of them ever mattered in any situation. I don't think I played them but like once or twice. And on to our megas. We played 8 megas. Kind of a lot, but I didn't play any tamers or options. I didn't pull anything that I thought was good enough to put in the deck, since option cards do follow the color restriction of regular Digimon, so like you have to have that color in play to play it. And none of my I didn't open any I didn't pull any good tamers, so I was just like, yeah. Starting off, we pulled Spinomon. This is basically Phoenixmon but slightly better. He's 10 to drop from hand, 2 to Digivolve, 10,000 DP, but his effect is your turn. This Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP, so he's a 13k beater on your turn, which is pretty cool. I dropped him a few times, very good. And then this guy, I had her in my hand once or twice, and I considered doing it, but I always had a better mega to play over her. But she is 10 to play from hand, not bad. 4 to Digivolve, expensive. 10,000 DP, meh. But her effect is when Digivolving, trigger recovery plus 2. And then at the end of your opponent's turn, trash a top card of your security stack. So I actually had someone play this card on me, and they recovered plus 2. And then I just kind of left it on the field, and they had that. Fortunately for them, they pulled level 7, so like they were able to go on top of her to keep their stuff from getting trashed. But I was just gonna let her sit on the field until it trashed all their security. And then probably I would say one of the best megas that I pulled and played, Bancho Golemon. He has blocker as a mega with 11,000 DP, which is pretty nice. And when you combine him with the champion that gives all your black Digimon plus 1,000 DP, he's 12,000 DP, which is a pretty important threshold to hit because most of the megas in this format are 10 or 11. And also, His effect is opponent's turn. While your opponent has 3 or more Digimon in play, this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. So if you have the other guy out and his effect is active, he has 15,000 DP, which in this format, there are no 15,000 DP Digimon, just naturally. Like, I'm pretty sure all of the 7s are 14,000. So he is going to be able to block anything, which is pretty nice. I played him quite often. Like, anytime I drew this card, it was probably going to be played in that game. And next is our Azid Garurumon. His effect is when Digivolving, Digiburst 2, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all of the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. So, I only drew this guy once or twice, and actually gamed my opponent because I had this in my hand. So, he gave me, I think, 5 or 6 memory, and he was basically trying to set up to be able to win the following turn. And he had 2 blockers on the field, 1 security, and I had 3 Digimon, I think. And I was able to boop this guy out. Didn't end my turn because I had enough memory, and then I Digibursted and returned one of his blockers back to his hand and swung for game. Very good. Very happy to see this card in that situation. Victory Greymon, pretty good card. He's 12,000 DP, which is pretty nice for this format. And his effect is when Digivolving, Digiburst 2, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. Relevant, I got popped with this card by my opponent, and I popped my opponent's card with this as well. Pretty cool because his effect is when Digivolving, so you don't have to, like, even though he's 4 to Digivolve, it doesn't matter that it's ending your turn because you still get to resolve his effect. And very good to +1 your opponent for free, essentially. Next up, we did pull one super. One of our 2 supers we pulled. The other one's coming up soon, but Dan Devimon, I played this guy on a couple people. Pretty cool because his effect is opponent's turn, once per turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So for any reason, if a card is removed from your security stack, his effect triggers, and you just get to trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. And security checks don't happen for trashing the top card. So like one time when this guy's effect kicked in, it trashed a Tamer off the top of my opponent's security stack, which was a memory setter, which was very good for me because he didn't get to play that card. And then his other effect is on deletion, your opponent trashes 2 cards in their hand. Keeps him from being removed most of the time if your opponent can even has removal for him. There's not a lot of removal in this form, but there's some. But anytime I played him, he sat on the field until the end of the game. I think I played him a total of 2 times, but that's about how often I drew him as well. And next up, Board Wipe City. This card's very good for this format. His effect is main Digiburst 3, and then all of your opponent's Digimon get minus 4,000 DP for the turn. So this is why 5,000 DP is a very important threshold in this format. If you have a bunch of guys that are 4K or less and your opponent drops this on you, they can nuke your entire board, which is no bueno. I got this played on me, and I played this on people. Very scary card in this format. Very scary. And then our last card of our 40 card deck and our last mega, our other super. So this guy's interesting. I think I played him like twice in the 4 rounds. I think I only drew him twice though. So he's 13,000 DP, which is monstrously big for a mega. And his effect is he has security attack +1, so he's swinging for 2 security each swing. But his effect is kind of meh, but actually kind of good for this format. So when attacking, your opponent may choose one of their unsuspended Digimon. If they do, change the target of this attack to that Digimon. So essentially, it turns your opponent's board into blockers. But what's cool about that is your opponent either has to take 2 security off their stack, or they have to lose a Digimon, which either works for me. If I'm getting rid of their board, I'm actually happier getting rid of their board than I am removing their security, because board presence is paramount in this format. You need to make sure your opponent does not build up a big board. But very fun, very oppressive card. It's like you have 2 choices, but they're both bad. So it's very fun. I think it was game 2 of round 4 against the other undefeated of the tournament. So I dropped him, and then I kept swinging, and he kept putting a dude on the field, and I just kept killing it. And he had gotten me down to like 1 security, but I was just like nah. and like he couldn't maintain board presence because he had to protect his security stack with this, or from this. So very good card, very oppressive. Obviously, it's probably trash otherwise, but in this format, it was very good. And the other time I did drop this, I got him on top of the guy that gives you security attack +1. So he checked 3 security, but then my opponent killed it on the following turn. So good card to see. But that was it for my pre-release deck. Like I said, I don't think it's good. I didn't really pull that good. Some of my opponents pulled very well. Like my round 2, my round 3 opponents definitely had better decks than me. They just didn't really draw that well. So I was really fortunate in that. But like some people like had some pretty nasty stuff. Like my round 3 opponent dropped Chaosmon on me, and like that's how he got rid of this guy on his turn. Not the best, but we did manage to take it 8-0. You know, going completely undefeated, perfect, which is really cool. I had a really great time, and now I'm going to show you guys the prize support I got. So there was prize support for winning the tournament, and also just my LGS was just giving out stuff during rounds, because there only 17 people showed up for the pre-release, which is cool with me. More stuff for the people that did show up, but I got all of the Pulsemons. So they were just, I did not trade for any additional Pulsemons. This is just how many I got for, I think I got like 2 to 4 for winning the tournament, but I also just got the rest of them because they were just handing them out. Some came with a pre-release kit. I think 1 came with the pre-release kit. But the rest of them they just gave out, and then I got some more for winning the tournament. So I got a total of 10. Very good card. I'm excited to run this in yellow. So busted. And just for you guys that don't know what this does yet, his effect is, on play, if you have 3 or more security cards, trigger, draw 1. Seems good, right? Second effect, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 1 memory. Seems really good, right? So, fun fact, if you have exactly 3 security cards, both effects trigger. Pay 3 memory, draw 1, gain a memory. It's so stupid. This card is so good. And then they gave out these. This was one of the box toppers for the boxes they had to rip to give out people 6 packs to play sealed. And I was one of the lucky people that just won a drawing for it. And then this was something they just gave out to everybody. And I got a full playset of the Structure Deck Magna Angemon for coming in first in the tournament. It's a super version of the card that's already been reprinted a couple of times. It's not good. I mean, I'm happy to have it as a collector, but like this card is not good. Pretty much any level 5 that you'd want to play in yellow is going to be better than this. And I actually did trade for a couple of cards while I was there. I will go over them right now because I'm excited about a couple of them. Sarismon, alternate art. Good for my collection. I think this makes my 4th, so I have a full playset of the alt art, which is nice. And then I got an alternate art, Rise Greymon. Very excited to play that in Yellow War Greymon. I think that card is stupid. For those of you that don't know what this does, it's 3 to Digivolve on a red or yellow. And his effect is, your turn, this Digimon is also treated as yellow. So you can play Yellow War Greymon on top of him. And then his effect is main, Digiburst 2. And then you may play a red or yellow Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand without paying its memory cost. So this is essentially a better version of the yellow Rise Greymon, because 1, you can do it whenever you want, not just on Digivolve. And 2, they still get their on-play effects with him. So your TKs still go off. I'm trying to think of another one that has on-play effect, but your TK effect still activates, which is the best part of that card. So good. And he has an inheritable, which is also good. When attacking, if you have a Tamer in play, probably going to happen because you played him. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. Not once per turn. War Greymon, yellow, swinging twice, gives minus 4,000 DP on top of him, and then minus 6,000 DP from his own effect. So stupid. This card's so good. It's going to be a 4 of. I'm playing this card is in as many copies as I can run, which is 4. But this card is so good. I'm excited to play this card. And then, last and certainly not least, I get a second Omnimon alternate art via trade. I'm very excited for these 3 cards to add to my collection and to play this card in Yellow War Greymon. So dumb. And we did open quite a few pre-release packs because our LGS was passing them out during the rounds. So I'm just going to go over our pulls. We got Hell's Gate, probably one of the best ones, pre-release stamp. Dobermon, Darkdramon, Bancho Golemon, Lobomon, Wargrowmon, Commandramon, Blinding Ray, one of the good ones, Trident Revolver, Anubismon, one of the best ones, Kendo Garurumon. I'm not even going to try to say that. And then I actually traded for both of these. Bushiagumon, very excited about these. I'm also playing these in Yellow War Greymon. And as a rarity whore, I do like to get the highest rarity, which is the pre-release stamped version of this uncommon card. I'm very excited to play those. Shine Greymon again. Agunimon again. Taikamiya, and Taikamiya again. And then this guy, and this guy again. Sunflowmon, whatever that is. Full Moon Blaster, and Piranhamon. And I got a few packs extra from winning the tournament, so I'm just going to open these now. Hopefully we can pull some more of the really good cards from the pre-release set. I think there's a total of 56 cards. Bushiagumon's probably one of the best ones. And then like Anubismon and Hell's Gate. Like all of the really good like played uncommons and rares. Chromon and Bancho Leomon. Alright, and we got Sealsdramon and Zeedgarurumon. Oh, this is nice. Guess what we got? Another Bushiagumon, one of arguably the best pre-release stamped cards, and Izzy probably not, because there's an alternate art box topper of this, so like this isn't the best one. I'm very excited to pull a 3rd one of these, just in case I want to play 3, but right now, in my brain build, I have 2 Bushiagumons in my Yellow War Greymon deck. Man, very excited about that. And I almost forgot, I actually got one of these for just for free for being in the tournament. And this is the first one of these I actually got. It's the thing that has, like, it's talking about like the game, and it has the 6 promo cards in it. I'm just gonna keep this sealed. I have a playset of all those cards, so like I'm just gonna keep this sealed for collection purposes. But pretty cool. And almost forgot. We were able to get some BT4 Great Legend booster boxes. So I will definitely be opening these on the channel. Look out for that. I'm going to try to post this video today and try to get one of these openings up tonight, and then you guys are probably going to see quite a few of these in the upcoming days and week. We're very excited to rip into the set. I'm hoping to be able to play Yellow War Greymon next Friday for Friday Night Locals. It will be legal, and I am potentially going to be either the only person playing it or one of 2 people playing it at that point, but it'll be very fun to see whose build is better. Talking to you, AJ. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content and want to see some more. Until next time, see ya.